Hey everybody, it's Tim, the head gym nerd here at GymCrafter.com, coming at you from Home GymCon 2025 from Louisville, Kentucky. Thursday before the show even opens, I've got exclusive access for you guys, first looks at products, and I want to take as much time as I can to show you guys the things that you asked for, and you guys did not ask for anything more than you asked for this. I am sitting next to the new Rep Fitness leg developer that is going to attach to the accessory port on their benches, like the NightHawk bench that I'm sitting on right here. So this, like I said, you guys asked for this more than anything else. I've already talked to Rep a little bit about this. I'm here by myself though, so I'm going to show you what I can and what I figured out. And it's pretty cool. So let's take a look. First of all, this is a prototype. This prototype has flown all around the world. It is 2 to 3 iterations away from the production version. So I don't have a release date yet. I don't have a price. Any details I don't give you on the video itself, but that I find out during the course of the show, I will put in the description down below, along with links to purchase the product once it's available, as well as things like this Rep Fitness NightHawk bench that it attaches to. But as far as this thing goes, the first thing that I noticed when I walked in, and I kind of had my suspicions about it when I saw pictures on Instagram, was it is large. As cool as it is to have a leg developer that attaches to your bench so that it saves you the footprint of a machine, this thing is big. This is going to be about 24 inches wide. You're going to be 36 inches tall, and then front to back, from the front to the handles, is about another 36 inches. So you're about 3 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet tall, and it's relatively heavy. In fact, it's so heavy that on the end down there are wheels so that you can move this around, because this thing is beefy, which is kind of what you want if you're going to be doing leg curls and leg extensions with it. This, when it's attached to this bench, which I'll show you how that works in a second, if I can figure it out without Rep Fitness being here, is very, very stable. But build quality is one of the things that I like about this. What you're seeing as a trend, and I've seen some other stuff here at the show, is that one of the newer kind of product types or product ecosystems that's showing up are bench ecosystems, really kind of made prominent by Iron Master and their Iron Master Super Bench. And with a bench system like that, that system, and I'll show you that at some point during the show, is designed as the ecosystem and attachments first, and the bench second. It's not the best bench in the world. It's a good bench. I know a lot of you guys like it, but it is not the best bench in the world. Whereas with Rep Fitness, what they did was they started with a bench with the accessory port and wanted to start with a really great bench. I would tell you that this NightHawk bench is one of the best benches you can buy for your garage gym. I've been using mine every day since I got it, and I'm really starting to love it. Well, what you do is you build a great bench like this, and then you build really high quality attachments to go with it. As I'm talking, you guys are gonna have to excuse all the noise in the background. Like I said, everybody's still here setting up. A lot of the vendors are still building their racks. You're gonna hear forklifts and vacuum cleaners and people building racks and ratchets and all that stuff, so I apologize for that. But that is the price that we pay for being here and having exclusive access and bringing this stuff to you guys as soon as possible. When you look at the build quality, in addition to the weight, the build quality on this is fantastic. There's a few things that I really, really like about this particular unit. Number one, the leg rollers and pads, nice and firm, nice and large, clean grip vinyl like you would find on their benches, matches really nicely, but very comfortable. A lot of times on these leg developers that are attached, you're gonna get smaller leg rollers, you're gonna get smaller, thinner padding, you're gonna get smaller vinyl or thinner vinyl, and you're not going to have something that's as nice or as premium as this. Another thing I like is when you do your leg extensions, this is where you're going to sit and kind of bend your feet over to attach down here. So there's a few things that makes this fit your body a little bit better than some other ones. And this pad right here is one of those things. Instead of having just another round leg roller, what you've got is you've got a flat kind of oblong piece, which is going to sit flat under your leg and not be a big round thing. It's very, very, very comfortable. In addition to that, there are pop pins on these leg rollers to move them forward and back and help them to fit. And then another nice thing is, if you'll notice, the hinge point for the mechanism is going to line up right beside the hinge point of your knee. This is critical. What you'll find, like I have the Freak Athlete leg developer at home, and as good as that is, the hinge point is set down and back from my knee. And what that means is that as my legs go up and down, the rollers move up and down my leg a little bit. It's kind of distracting. If you've ever used a leg developer like that, you know what I'm talking about. When you have the hinge point specifically beside your knee and everything is tucked up nicely, what's going to happen is these are going to stay put. So once you adjust them on the pop pins to fit where you want them on your leg, they're going to stay there. They're not going to move. It's going to be nice and stable. It's going to be very easy to use and very comfortable. Another thing that I've noticed, and these are going to be options. When I talked to Ryan from Rep earlier, what he told me was that there are a couple of options you're going to have. You're going to be able to buy this in a plate-loaded version. You're going to be able to buy this with the cam and the cable. This has all of them. Now this one down here, you're going to see some weight horns. These are 7-inch weight horns, so I'm not sure exactly how much weight you're going to be able to put on that. I haven't been able to use this with weight on it yet to tell you kind of what the ratio feels like or how the feel weight is. But another nice thing is as I lift this up, what you'll notice down here is there's a cam right here. And there's a cable that runs on this cam all the way down, so that if you were to attach this to your cable machine, it's going to have a nice consistent feel weight, even better than the plates. Now the plates are angled out, and that is key to having resistance from the beginning of the movement all the way to the end. Where you have your plates just like on a horn up here, like a lot of them have, you get kind of a varying amount of resistance through the movement, and this angle or that cable cam is going to give you a consistent amount of resistance through the movement. As far as attaching this goes, I'm going to, on camera here in a second, try and do this. I just unassembled it. Good thing nobody from Rep is around. It took me a little bit of going. I'm sure there's some knackiness to it, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in. But it looks like it's going to sit in with a pop pin up at the top, and then there is a little bracket that's attached to the NightHawk down below, that there's another pop pin down below. So it actually attaches and secures in 2 spots. The pop pin down below just seats in the hole. The one at the top is a screw in, so it gets nice and tight. So once it's on there, it's on there. All right, guys, hopefully I've got this framed up right so that I can show you. I'm gonna go ahead and attach these two together right now. Like I said, I've got the NightHawk. What you're gonna do is you're actually going to incline this bench a couple of spots. Actually, I believe 1 spot. And that's going to get this accessory port up. The cap, plastic cap, has been removed from the accessory port, and then there is this particular post that goes in. Now, on the accessory port, there are a couple of pop pins. There's one in the bottom that's just a screw down that is loosened, and then there's one on the side that is a pop pin. So in order to put this on, we're gonna have to scoot that in. Also, at the bottom of this bench down here, there is a little tab, and I'll try and get you some pictures of that to lay in for some B-roll, that inserts into the bottom of the unit as well. So like I said, there's 2 parts that attach. So what we're gonna do is get this lined up. And then see if we can't get this put in here. And like I said, there's wheels to be able to move this, so that's nice. And all right, so all right. There we go. And okay, so it just popped in right there. I'm going to come under here and screw this pop pin in, and then there is a pop pin here to just let it sit in, and we are attached. Okay guys, so I've got it set up. There's a couple more things that I want to point out to you as I show you how this works. Number one, there are some really good band pegs on here. So what you're seeing in a trend in band pegs, instead of just a standard peg at the top and bottom where the band stretches, and then at the bottom of the movement the band compresses and you lose a lot of tension, there are multiple band peg sets around here, and then around those band pegs there are rotating pieces of plastic, probably UHMW or something like that. What that allows you to do is to loop one end of the band down here, take it around a peg and then back up. And what that does is it keeps constant tension on the unit itself. There are places to wrap the band pegs around down here by the weight horns, and then a couple other places on here. So that is really nice. Secondly, I mentioned the cam down below with the cable. This will work with any cable system. It is not going to dock inside of a specific Rep product. So you'll actually be able to attach this as long as you've got the room. Keep in mind that this is going to take up quite a bit of room once it's attached to the bench, but if you've got the room out in front of your cable system to attach this, you're going to be able to attach it to any cable system you have. I'm going to get in here and actually set it up and use it. So as I mentioned in every video, I'm 6'6". I've got nice long legs, and there's plenty of room on this. Nice handles here, nice grip, so that I can get nice and secure. And then Like I said, these things do not move at all on my ankles. They stay in one place because this pivot point is right beside. Also, I was wondering, I've got plenty of room below my feet, so if you're tall and you've got longer legs, your feet aren't going to hit the ground at all. This is a very comfortable thing. Now, there is no back on this to lift up. That's not a problem with me. I don't like leaning back against something, but if you like a leg extension where you lean back, this isn't going to have a back on it. It's going to stay the same no matter what. So that is how this works for the cable system. That's how it works as far as in practice. And yeah, I think that's about it. So on to the rest of the video. So as far as things that I can see right away that I'm hoping will be different in the final prototype. And again, this is, like I said, 2 to 3 iterations away from the production one. But as far as what I see here, this thing is huge. As much as I would love to bring this into my gym and use it on my cable system, I am going to have to do some measuring when I get home to see where in the heck I would store this. This isn't something you're going to be able to hang up. It's going to have to take up floor real estate. It is bigger than the spaces that I have and the corners that I have, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. So if you're considering getting something like this, or you're considering getting a bench like this because you want this, just keep in mind that this is actually going to take up more room than this bench does when it's stored upright. So that's definitely one thing to realize. Another one is I'm hoping it comes in different colors, because if this is going to be an attachment for their bench ecosystem and the bench comes in a few different colors, I would love to see this come in different colors. One of the things I really like about my NightHawk bench is the matte black finish. And this is a gloss black finish. It's a little nitpick, but if I was to buy one, I would really want to buy one in the matte black finish and not mix the colors. It's not a huge deal. A lot of you guys won't care, but it's something that I felt like I should point out. And then that's really the two kind of I wishes. Without having the final actual for sale version in front of me to check out, I'm sure they're going to do some refinement. Rep always does that. They get lots of feedback from shows like this. But there it is, guys. There is the new leg developer for the accessory port on the Rep Fitness benches. A lot of you guys asked for it. This is right here. I'm going to talk to Rep tomorrow, like I said, and anything that I missed in the video, I'm going to put in the description below. If you're watching this video long after and this is already released and you're kind of trying to decide whether or not to buy one, go ahead and use that affiliate link down below that I'll put down there once it's available. I am here in Louisville on my own dime, and you guys buying through those affiliate links are what allows me to do things like this so that I can bring you these products. So I've got a lot more products to shoot here. I just talked to Jake, who runs Home Gym Con. He said, stay till you get kicked out. That is a dangerous thing to tell me. So I am on to the next bunch of products. But thanks for tuning in. And until the next video, I'm Tim with GymCrafter.